Well, morning there, Moose Tube fans. Lone Moose and Miss Ezzy here. We're getting ready to do installment number 2 in our video series, Cooking with Miranda. Except today it's going to be more with Cameron and Miranda, and less with me. I'm just going to drive the camera. We're going to be making chili. Cameron wants us to do a double batch. So I'm going to give you a quick tour here of what all we're going to be using today and kind of get the meat browning up. Of course, we had a thunder ice storm last night here in South Texas, so I'm going to put in some pictures of that right here. And what do you do on really cold days? You make ice storm chili. So Cameron and Miranda and I are working on video number 2 in the series of Cooking with Miranda. So stay tuned later in the night. There'll be a full video on making the chili coming out on the channel. Everyone stay safe and warm. Good. Well, we got the ice storm last night here in South Texas. And I know it's nothing like my buddy Sean up in Alaska and Adrian, all my other Alaska friends get to see. But for us, this is a pretty significant event. Take you in front, show you what that looks like. It's actually still spitting on me. So just do a real quick little turn around here so you can see. We probably got about a 1/4 inch of ice on some of the trees. Okay, the ice is out. You've seen some of the pictures, but this is the gate latch right here. It's absolutely frozen in place. And I got to get some more trash out to the street. The trashmen haven't come yet. They're due. Gotta do what I can do to get to see if this will come free. There. It's coming. There. Crazy stuff here for South Texas. Ooh, that gate's heavy with ice. I'd say we got at least 1/8 of an inch of ice out here. We actually had thunder ice storm last night. Wind blew. The trash can's ready to go again. Alright, I gotta get back inside. I'm still just a sweater in my pajamas, but give you a close up of some of the ice here. Pretty cool. Hi, baby.
Hey, baby.
So, yeah, it was quite an event last night. Thunder and ice at 1 o'clock in the morning. And so we probably got about 1/8 of an inch of ice here overall right now. So let me show you what all we're going to be working with today. And this is going to be, get this up and going in between work chores, because Thursdays are my busiest work days of the week too. So we got ice, we got chili, and we got a busy work day, and a little baby girl. So the pans we're going to be using are here. This one is a big old cast iron, and it's really kind of cool because it's got a lid for it, but the lid can also double as a griddle or a small skillet. And then one of the last vestiges of my Calphalon stuff right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and over here show you what we got meat wise, what we're gonna be using. There you go. So got a pound of sage pork sausage and 4.19 pounds of ground chuck and another pound or so of hamburger. So I'm going to get this stuff browning up here in just a minute. And then we take a look over here and just kind of run you through some of the ingredients that will be used in this as we go. We've got some mild diced green chilies, and then Rotel chilies there, which is diced tomatoes and green chilies, and the same thing with the hatch. And then we've got diced tomatoes for chili, Bush's dark red kidney beans, and some tomato sauce. So that's kind of all the canned, and believe me, I don't have a set recipe. I build the chili as I go based on looks. I know this is kind of hard to see. Look out, Ganja. I know you want to scrounge. So what I'm doing is browning hamburger in the 2 big pots, and I'm using the lid to brown the sausage. The only actual seasoning I use like this through the whole thing, if this will pick it up, is Morton's Nature Seasoning. That goes on the hamburger. Everything else is naturally seasoned by the veggies and the sauces that we put in here. Now, I'm not going to make you all suffer through watching me brown hamburger. You all know how to do that. So we'll be back with you in a few minutes when the hamburger's brown, the grease is drained, and we're ready to start putting some things together. Now here are the veggies we're going to be using, or most of them. Big yellow onion, 2 bell peppers, 4 Anaheim peppers, 2 cubanelles, and 4 poblanos. I've also got some more green onions that are out in the other refrigerator. I haven't brought them in yet. And yes, the cubanelles have a couple of bad spots on them. I've had them for quite a while. But we're going to cut those out and then get all this stuff chopped up and into the pots it goes. Okay, this one's already browned. This one's getting there. And so is the sausage. So I'll show you in a minute how I drain the grease off of them. Okay, here we have the pan of sausage, and I basically just pour it into the colander very carefully because I don't want the dogs to get it all. And then I'm going to let it drain for a minute and pour it right back into the pan. Now, the dogs will get the hamburger grease on their food after a while, so the dogs are not being ignored. Okay, so this goes back in. Ouch, that pan's still hot, Bill. Duh, dummy. Get that over on the stove. Pot number 2 of the hamburger. Uh-oh, dogs get one little piece. Okay, so you see what's going on with that. Back around over here. And you can kind of see sausage is done, so I'm going to split the sausage half and half between each pan. And that's how it's done. So I will be back in a little while and we'll get the next steps going, where we start adding some of the canned goods, and when Cameron gets down here starts chopping up the veggies. We are back in the kitchen and we're going to bring Cameron into play now, and he's going to help out. Miranda's got the baby here behind me. So what we're going to do is take and add 1 can of the beans to this pot and 2 to this pot, because this one's a bigger pot. What I'm going to do with these after we're done is combine them into quart canning type jars. All right, 1 of the diced tomatoes each. And let's do 1 of the rotels here. And then 2 over here. And when you come back over, bring that spatula, we'll stir it in. Because this stuff ought to cook down pretty good.
One of the big black ones?
Huh? Yeah. You adding your commentary back there, Izzy?
She's eating this chain.
Okay. That's good. I say, if you happen to notice and get a look at Cameron's hands in here while he's doing this, he's real proud of those tattoos he's got on his hands. And then let's hit it with some tomato sauce, about 1.5 and 2.5. Not that one, these.
Oh, I thought that was...
Yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do with that last rotel.
So how about 1 and 2?
About 1.5 and 2 in it. 1.5 on this one and 2.5 over here. Cameron is a kitchen manager, aspiring to be, and so he agreed to help out here. And then when he gets ready to start chopping veggies over here, he's going to be narrating some and giving Miranda some cutting and chopping instruction. Right, sir?
Yeah, sure. 2.
Cool. And then that last rotel, just kind of split it half and half. And that's going to give us most of our liquid stuff. There you go. Alright, so let's get all that stirred in and mixed up and let it start simmering, and then we'll get set up to go do the veggie chopping. So we'll be back with y'all in a few minutes. Okay, so Cameron's cutting some of the bad stuff off of that old one.
There you go.
And he's going to kind of talk Miranda through some of the ways to do the chopping.
How'd you do it last time? Did you pull all the seeds out? Do what you know.
Well, she
to
didn't
do.
chop any of the peppers last time.
Oh,
There
you
peppers.
didn't?
There was celery and onions, and so
Okay. Well, the
it's
peppers,
kind
you
of best to
normally
do one as
just
show
cut them
one.
in half, and then you pull the seeds out.
We need a spoon. Can you give me a
Just use your
spoon?
fingers.
Wouldn't it be easier with a spoon?
Well, that's how you gotta learn. Whichever way works better for you.
I want a freaking spoon. I
You
don't
want
want
a
to get my
spoon?
fingers all dirty.
Oh, they're gonna get dirty and spicy, and you gotta make sure not to put your fingers in the baby's mouth, or she will not like you. The trash can's right around over by Cameron.
You want her to dice them up, or?
Yeah, dice them up. Everything from here on out gets diced up.
Alright. So the peppers normally you cut them in half twice. And from here you just cut them up real small. Keep your fingers bent like this.
There you go, turn sideways, yep. And just drive, remember how I showed you to drive the knife. Let the knife.
Let it rock kind of.
Oh my god.
Everybody has to learn. Okay, it's just like little Miss Ezzy sitting over there trying to figure out what all those cans are. You don't know, so you gotta learn.
So you're doing better than half my people at work. And then you can go back through at a different angle.
Show her what you're talking about.
She got it.
Okay.
You do that.
Okay. And then dump that into the first pot. So we're basically using 3 types of peppers to provide most of the heat to this, which is Cubanelles, what they're working on right now. And then I've also got Poblano and Anaheim. And sometimes I've got the bell pepper if we have enough room. I do that just for flavor. It doesn't add any heat at all. But I just like the flavor it adds to the chili. There you go. See?
You should just gotta do it a few times. And you'll
Oh, I
get
know.
fast.
Everybody, like I said, everybody's got to learn, and you do it that way, and you learn to let the knife do the work for you, instead of trying to force it through.
This one's sharper if you want to try out one.
No, I like this one.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how this one
And then turn them
works.
sideways, and there you go.
Oh, I messed it up.
That's
Alright.
okay.
We'll get enough
Again,
to spare.
lessons learned. All right, that goes into the other pot. Okay. Let's start with 2 Anaheims. What, Miss Ezzy? Ooh, you said that looks good? So when can I eat some of that chili?
Oh yeah, our bottle's warming up.
Hey, Grandpa, when can I
I
have
can
some
grab it.
chili?
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, you don't chew my fingers. You won't like them. Not my fingers. You know, these are a little hotter than the first ones you did. Okay. Back here. I was going to say, cut it a little smaller than that. There you go. Are you going to take some of your chili to work for your boss to try?
Probably, yeah.
Cameron's wanting them to start serving chili there at the restaurant he works at. So we were talking the other day, coming home from work, that, well, you know, I'll show you how I do mine and make some up and take it to your boss and let him try it. Woo! You singing to us? You little Miss Essie gonna sing to us?
Even another cutting board.
The other two, where did I put them? They're over there somewhere. In that general direction. I moved them. Yeah. I just don't remember where. So we're gonna have a double chop going on here.
Make it smaller.
Careful, careful. There you go. You chop them that far and then Cameron will find top. Is that right, Miss Ezzy? Get your tickle toes. You doing all right? Miss Miranda?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing alright, I think.
Well, this is how you learn. And this is how Miss Ezzy learns, because we're making the video, and it's so in 20 years, when she's older and she wants some chili, she'll know how to make some. Make it Grandpa's way. Yeah. Make it Grandpa's way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, there's little Miss Ezzy. There's little Miss Ezzy girl. Uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say hi to the world. Say hi, world. Cool.
Mix it up.
Yep. Oh, you want that? Let's see what
You can let her play with that. It's just a little cap.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's a treasure. It's a treasure. So if we get it all going here, it's almost noon now. By 3 o'clock you can have a bowl before you go to work, and then we'll try to get you to work and see how the
Are you taking him?
yes, oh yes.
Okay.
And super
Cool.
icy.
If I can get out of the neighborhood, we can make it. It's just a matter of getting out of the neighborhood. Okay.
We're doing this pepper.
Yep, now we'll go to the poblanos.
Send them over here. Come on, take. Just let me.
Poblano is really about my favorite pepper. Some of the local Mexican restaurants make a poblano chicken, where they'll take a pepper like that and essentially stuff it, or they'll make a poblano cream sauce that goes on top of grilled chicken breast. Oh, it's so good.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, Miss Effie? Yeah, Miss Effie? What you saying? Yeah, now I'm the supervisor. I'm sitting back in the high chair watching everybody. Look down on them. And that one's got a tougher skin. Yep, that one goes in here. Already put Anaheim's in that one.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yep. That's what that one looks like.
Why are you guys making two different pots?
So I want a lot of it.
He wanted a whole lot. This is basically a double batch. And that's why I was saying I've got a bunch of quart jars, should be up there,
Yeah,
that I'll
just
get
make
washed
a
up,
lot.
and then we'll put them in those and put them in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And so that way you can pull it out. A quart jar will make a bowl for each of you.
Oh, you did already wash it. I forgot. Cool.
Yep. Way ahead of you.
Say I found it in the back of the fridge.
Yep. So we're good. But that way, you know, I'm not really canning them. We're just keeping them. When you cook something like this, if you put it in canning jars and just put the lid on, you can keep it in the refrigerator for, you know, up to a couple of weeks. And it won't go bad on you. Careful. Easy. That's when it goes splattering, when you put too much force on it.
You do the rest.
Well, he'll take them over and fine chop them. Now see how he's doing that? And that, it's not the whomp whomp. Sometimes easier is better, and then he holds the bottom end of the knife blade down and just rocks it. And all of that, and I didn't even have the cotton picking camera there. I still had it on the big
I'm
bowl.
gonna cut my finger pretty bad.
All right, now you can keep doing it again, Cameron. Now I got the camera back there. And see, when I edit my videos and stuff, I leave those oopses in there. All of my comments and feedback I get from people is, you know, they like my videos because of how real they are. You don't make it try and look perfect, because life's not perfect.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake doing it, okay, then how do you overcome that mistake? Simple. In this case, you get the camera back where it needs to be.
Hey, what are you getting into over here?
Say anything I can, Mommy.
Did you turn off the milk?
Yeah, I did.
There we go.
This knife needs to be sharpened.
Okay.
She's a sleepy girl. We're gonna wash my hands.
So get your other knife over there, because it should be sharper.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Doo-doo-doo. There we go. You know, Jeff, you guys know who Jeff Foxworthy is?
Yeah.
A country kind of comedian. Years ago, probably back in the 90s, he did a bit on making chili. And he said all men can naturally make chili. So basically, you take all the hot shit you can find, throw it in a pot, and cook it for a long damn time. That's chili. Well, we kind of do it a little bit different than that, don't we?
It's not very hot.
Huh?
It's not very hot.
No, I don't want them. Well, I can't handle it. It's very hot. My old guts just don't anymore.
It was down here right next to her. You forgot what I told you?
Right there on the other side of the bear. Yeah, I've got a couple of really big wooden cutting boards, but they're not in the building.
Yeah, this one's super small. I have to hold it or it moves.
Let's do the onion next. Now we get to see how the professional does the onion.
Making you
You cut
nervous?
so close to your phone?
Yeah.
That's what chefs and
Oh
cooks
shit, I
do.
dropped some. Damn, as you said that, I dropped some on the floor.
That's all right. Yeah, that bigger piece, then put that in the big pot, and then the smaller piece that you got left, we'll put in the.
You mean dice them up more, or you want it big?
I'm okay with them big if you guys are. I mean, it's your chili. It's your choice.
I'll do kind of in the middle.
Okay. There's no real right way or wrong way. It's, like I've said in, I've probably got 75 or 80 cooking videos out there. You cook how you and your family want to or want to eat, what you like. You like big chunks of onion? Put big chunks of onion. Perfect.
You know onion conjure?
No, that would be a bit much for him. Although he's a dog garbage disposal. He's still got his limits. It's going to be a good chunky chili. Put it there. Okay, now let's see what we got here in the green onion pack. We'll just do one chop on these and split it half and half. Wait, I get this more. There we go. Save a few for later. No, yeah, I don't use a lot of the green tops. But if you want to save some of it for decoration, when you put your chili and stuff on it at the, or your cheese on it at the end, help yourself.
Oh.
Huh?
No, I won't save it.
Okay.
We're not selling it.
Okay, half and half.
Hungry girl?
And then those tips right there, I'm going to take those and throw them out in the big planter box out there. Sometimes they'll take root and regrow new onions.
Alright.
Let's try one of the bell peppers. And maybe after that then, your choice, an Anaheim or a poblano. And we'll split the pepper between the two of them.
Chef Cam.
Now, if you guys can see the tattoos on Cameron's hands, when I was coming back from one of my West Virginia trips, I was staying at a hotel in Texarkana. And when I was checking in, young gal that worked the counter, I saw her hands, and they're kind of about half of what Cameron's were. And so I had to take a picture of it and send it to him, and had him take pictures of his hands and send it back. The gal said, yeah, it sure did hurt when they were doing that, but she sure did like it. She thought yours would have bombed because you'd done so much for yours.
Yeah, mine hurt real bad, but it's one of my favorite ones.
Good girl.
just pick one or the other. Like I said, an Anaheim or a poblano, your choice.
Which is spicier?
The Anaheims are usually a little spicier, or a little more spicy. If you're going to do the Anaheim, I mean, if you want to put more spice in it, that's fine. We're going to add some more stuff to it here in a minute. Sure is looking like chili to me.
It's pretty chunky, but it's alright with me.
Yeah, well, and there's nothing wrong with chunky. In fact, I want to say hello to a couple of my friends out there in YouTube world, Nina and Josh. If y'all remember, back in October, we did our chili cook-off up in Kentucky with them. And you see, Nina, I didn't bring my secret weapon with me, which was Cameron. But I got a feeling he's going to like this chili a lot. Nina and Josh are heading down to visit family in South Florida, Sanibel Island, I think she said. She's hoping to bring some alligator meat back with her and try out that smoker that I gave them. Now, I've never had alligator, let alone smoked alligator. So that could be really interesting.
I got alligator before.
I'm sure it tastes like chicken.
It does taste like chicken. But it's good. Really good.
Oh, you know what we didn't put in here, Cameron? Garlic. And we got lots of garlic cloves on the wall right back there behind you. You want to get one whole clove and cut it up, and we'll split it between them. One whole big clove.
Oh shit, I dropped it.
You do that, I'm going to sneak around it here and get those green onion tips and throw them out there in the back.
What?
All that work just for that?
Well, there's an easy way to do it. I'm just not doing it that way.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
The smallest amount of garlic ever.
You cannot have my nose. You cannot.
Yeah, just kind of half and half there.
It's enough for like one of them.
Well, you want to get more, you can get more. Put all that in one. You're the man.
I like garlic.
You can put as much in it as you like.
Not baby.
I keep dropping stuff.
That thing's huge.
I know, right?
Okay, guys, move.
What are you playing with back here, huh? I hear it, but I don't see it.
I was getting distracted over here just watching the baby.
Ooh, you're clawing me. Stop it, that hurts. You have to cut those fingernails. Those fingers. Ah, no, no, no.
I'm adding some just plain diced green chilies here. 1 little can of each. Yep. And then I'm going to add some tomato puree to each one of them, and that'll help thicken it up a little bit and increase the tomatoey taste to it. And that one goes over on this side. Can you hand me that other can of puree back there, the little one? Right, no, the one with the red, right there. There we go. And that's pretty much all the chopping. So now basically we just stir it all in and let it cook down. Let all the flavors mix together. You get kind of a what's called a synergistic effect, where the sum of the whole is more intense than the pieces, the parts. So it's 12:15, so I'd say by 2:30, 2:45 you should be able to have your first sample there, buddy.
Sweet.
Okay.
Already hungry.
Well, folks, it's been a good chili day. We've all had big bowls of chili for lunch, and this is what was left out of it. I've got 9 jars that are essentially, a couple of them are probably pints or some quarts and a really big one, and part of a bowl that one of us will eat here in a little while. And that's kind of a good lesson for me because, in Alaska, if I did something like this or even doubled it, then I'd take it and put it in pint jars and I would can it. And just that way I can put it on the shelf and it lasts for a year or two. And it's okay to do this without being canned. They'll last in the refrigerator for, 10 days to 2 weeks. And then believe me, it won't last that long. Not by any stretch. But, so Cameron's here with me now. And we're just going to kind of talk and, discuss and see what we think about things. Get this where I can see me. Lessons learned or whatnot. One of the things I think is probably should have gotten started a little earlier in the day, but Thursdays are my busiest work day, so that's hard to do.
Pretty late too.
But as far as the taste, what did you think of the taste of it?
Me and Miranda both really liked the taste of it, but she didn't like how big the onions and stuff were.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, again, that's a lesson. Chop them a little more fine.
Yeah.
But what about the heat factor?
I like how spicy it is.
Yeah,
it's not too spicy, but
it's not too spicy. It's about 1 click beyond my comfort level, so it's not bad. I can deal with this.
All right, cool. Because I like this one a lot.
Yeah. So and as I publish the video and stuff, and then like I said before, I'm going to give you guys a disc or something when we're all done with all the rendered versions of this. You can kind of go back and say, okay, here's how much of the meat we put in. Here's how much pepper of each kind went into this. Because I don't do recipes. Like I said before, chili to me is more by sight. So it's like, what does it look like? And am I getting the texture and all the pieces and parts I want in there? We use 0 chili powder.
Yeah. And
that's the way I like it, because chili powder tears my guts apart. That's because I'm an old fart. So that's why I use I call it the natural pepper method, really, where we take the fresh peppers, we chop them up.
It tastes better that way too.
I think it does. I think it gives it a more robust flavor.
Yeah.
We did use some processed peppers, some of the diced green chilies, and then the Rotel has diced green chilies in it. But beyond that, it's all natural chili. That's not what I meant to say, not all natural. It's flavored the heat and everything comes from using the natural peppers. But yeah, the onions were a little bit big, but yeah, minor details. I could handle that.
Yeah, it tasted really good.
Yeah.
Still, so.
Now, like I mentioned when we first started the video, that Cameron's in line to be made the kitchen manager of the restaurant he works at over in Canyon Lake.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. It's looking that way. I'm just real proud of him for that, because this is probably the longest he's been with the job, and he's making good progress, and he's getting a good reputation, and he's building pride in what he's doing. So I'm very proud of him for that. But what he's going to do, and I'll kind of let you explain what you want to do, but he's going to take one of these to work with him, one of these jars. And why are you going to do that?
Because I want to let my boss try and sell it, because we're trying to get something better than gumbo. So I'm thinking chili's a good alternative. So I was going to take a bowl for me to eat and give him a little sample out of my bowl and a little ramekin or something.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll like it and want to sell it.
Well, or he may say, you know, it would be better if you did this or that, so you can kind of modify it.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
And if he says, well, what's your recipe? You can just laugh. So, my old fart of a dad don't use recipes. But he does videotape it, so we know what we put in it.
Yeah.
And basically what we use is, you know, ground meat. In this case we used Hamburger, probably 5.5 pounds of Hamburger, maybe close to 6, and one pound package of sage pork sausage. And then red kidney beans, and I used diced tomatoes for chili, and we got the rotels, the
couple cloves of garlic.
Couple of cloves of garlic. Yeah, probably could have used maybe a little more garlic. I'm not sure about that.
Garlic,
yeah. You know, some tomato sauce or tomato paste. So that's why I say I concoct my batches of chili based on how it looks to me and what I think the texture is going to be when I come back. Because I like a good tomato base to it, but I like a lot of meat in it. I like the crunchiness of the veggies. Because if we use the fresh veggies, they don't get mushy. So you can get a little bit of crunch with it. And again, that's just a personal preference of mine.
Yeah, Miranda didn't like the crunch.
Well, that's okay.
I liked it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is episode 2 of Cooking with Miranda and now Cameron. So that we can kind of build them a video cookbook, if you will, when I'm all said and done with this. Maybe 25, maybe even 30 different things on there. And so when I'm up in Alaska and they decide, hey, next winter, I want some chili. Well, let's have Bill make... oh, damn, Bill's not here. How are we going to make chili? Oh, get the video. Yeah. Okay. So there's all kinds of things we can do and play with like that. There's a chicken dish we're going to do next that I found online that looked really, really good. Miranda and I both thought it would be good. So that's our next thing to try. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe. Leave us any comments down below. You know, yeah, hey, we're not professionals, although Cameron's getting to be, but, you know, we wing a lot of this. So let me know what your thoughts are on this. If there's any kind of videos, cooking and stuff that you want me to look into maybe doing, let us know. We'll kick it around between us and see what they think. And I'm going to close this out just a hair different than I usually do. So Cameron, stick your hands out here and show everybody your hands that you're so proud of here with all your tattoos. I'm not a tattoo person, but again, he likes them, and there's a lot of time and effort that went into getting that stuff.
A whole bunch of pain and money.
That's true. So, anyway, folks, I appreciate you watching. This is Lone Moose out, and I'll see you on our next video.